Hello everybody and welcome to another LDA Academy vlog. My name is Giuseppe Improta and today I want to update you on what's the status of LDA Academy. I want to answer a couple of questions that I've got during the last couple of weeks and give you also an update on what's coming and what's the plan for this platform. So, as of the last video, as of last vlog that I published, ashamed of having spent 1 year without posting anything, I promised that I would start updating more videos again. That didn't happen, and the reason is that a few days, I think a week maybe after I published the video, I had a car accident. I was on the highway and there was this black ice that obviously I didn't see at the time, and I went to put my foot on the gas pedal and the car just spun out and I lost control. I tried to correct the spinning a little bit, but that wasn't enough, and basically the car rotated on itself and hit against the cement barrier and boom. And what happened there is that I broke 2 ribs and the car was totaled, and unfortunately that delayed a little bit everything. Meant a lot of issues. First of all, I had to rent a car because I live far from the city, and so I need a car to go to work, to commute. And then I have obviously only a couple of weeks of a rental car, so I had to buy another car, and so that was a bit of a disaster. And I had to figure all these things out in a short period of time while going to work, and so I apologize for the delays in making videos, but that was a major thing that happened, and obviously life happens. So here I am again. So in these few weeks I also completed my studio. Finally I managed to set up it the way I wanted. I have a soundproof panel behind me, as you can see, and hopefully the audio is much better right now. I've added the drawing table next to it. I have set up everything so that I can produce things a little bit faster. Hopefully the quality is pretty good and we can, you know, like just move forward with this setting up stuff and just get into the actual production phase and get more content out. So what else is happening? I want to celebrate with you guys, because it's all thanks to you, the 1000 subscribers of this channel. Now, why this is really important for me? Because even though in the last year I haven't posted anything, and that was for a series of reasons that I explained to you a little bit in the previous video, I still got people subscribing and commenting and asking me questions, and this has always given me a little bit of impulse, a little bit of, you know, like a push to keep at this thing and keep doing stuff, because people were happy with the content that was already there and they really were asking for more. You were asking for more content, more video, and I hope that I can really do that. So I really want to thank everybody that subscribed to this channel, that commented to my videos, and all the words of appreciation, as well as the critiques that come to every video, because critiques are really helpful to make things better and to improve oneself. So thank you for both things, and thank you for subscribing. I'm really happy that there is you know, there are 1,000 of people out there watching this stuff. So I'm really glad that I'm doing something useful for somebody at least. So this brings me to the next point of this video, which is where is LDA Academy going? The idea that I have now clear in my mind is that LDA Academy is gonna become a lighting resource for artists. So I don't want to limit these to 3D or visual effects or animated feature content, but I want this to be a resource for artists in terms of lighting. It doesn't matter if you do painting, if you do photography, if you do 3D lighting, you have to know a certain amount of things that will create your culture, that will improve your sense of quality for good images. And these are common things that can be shared across all the platforms and across all the disciplines. And so I've decided that this LDA Academy will be a lighting for artists platform. This is where I see LDA Academy going when an artist needs an advice on lighting, or wants to know how to improve his or her lighting, and wants to know why the image is not as good, or how to improve his or her image. he will go to Light Dark Academy. This is my wish for this platform, for this channel and everything connected to it, and I hope that you find this really useful and interesting as well. Coming to the questions that you guys asked me during these past weeks, there are a few that require some specific videos, some more technical things, but there is one in particular that I really wanted to address in this video, which is how did you know that lighting was what you wanted to do for the rest of your career? And I didn't actually know until a certain point. I started my career as a 3D modeler, and actually I was a generalist but mostly doing modeling, and then I was doing a lot of rigging for a period of time, and then finally I decided that since I was doing photography, I had done all kind of photography for a long time, commercially and professionally, and since you know, I had all these I was really keen on realism and I was really keen on details, that lighting was the best thing for me. And so after working more than 10 years, I think 11 years in Italy, doing mostly generalists but a little bit of everything. I also set up a few pipelines in different companies. I was developing tools. I was doing a lot of things at the time. At some point I decided that lighting was the only thing that I wanted to take care of. And the reason is that lighting for me is a beautiful process, because you take this raw data that comes from all the departments and you have the responsibility to show it at its best. The fact that you get something that does not have any shape or any form, if not for each element taken as a single unit, and then you put everything together from all the departments and you make the lighting so that everything works in a harmony with itself and each element actually interacts with the light and with the other elements on the set, and you start from basically no color and no shadows and no light, and you build on top of each thing slowly until you have the final image, is just a fantastic process. And I want to tell you something, like this lighting process these days is absolutely mind-blowing, because you can now with the IPR and the real-time rendering stuff create really at the speed of your thoughts most of the time. Even at work, when we handle very difficult scenes and very big sets and very big environments, most of the time you can actually work almost seamlessly, and you can change the light position, the lights exposure, intensities, color, features, add blockers, add all sorts of things, and you can do this pretty much real time in most of the situations. And this is just incredible, because 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you could not do any of this, and every time you wanted to see a change you had to actually re-render your image and wait, and it was a million times more frustrating, and it was not even close to how free and how creative the process is now, and this is only gonna be more like this in the future. I'm really excited actually to see where we get, and there is a new RTX platform by Nvidia that is already showing impressive results with real-time ray tracing, and all the softwares that we have now have these IPR or real-time technologies that really make everything much faster. So if you are worried of picking up something to specialize in, my advice is just don't worry, because anyway you can switch afterwards, and if now you are really keen on something, just get onto it and learn everything you can about that thing. You will change your mind in the years and things will change, so you might want to change and switch from lighting to comp, or vice versa, from comp to lighting, or maybe you are tired of doing rigging and you want to learn more about effects or whatever. It's really a choice that can be framed in that period of your life, and it doesn't mean that you will always do that for the rest of your life. Make sure that what you're doing, you do it with passion, that you really don't feel tired of doing it, that you don't feel like you're wasting your time because you wanted to be out there doing something else. It's really important because when you work in production, sometimes you have to do long hours. We talked about that in another video, and sometimes there are a lot of things to do, deliveries that are strict. You want to make sure to make your time worth. And I really don't like when people are really happy to get to the Friday and everybody's like, oh, it's Friday, yeah. Why does your job need to be so stressful or so bad for you that you are waiting for Friday to come? This is a disaster. It means that you are wasting your return on interest on your life, because 5 days out of the 7, and sometimes and quite often more than that, you spend at work. If you're doing something that you don't like, you don't enjoy, considering that there are always times where you are tired and when you are down, you are frustrated, but overall you want to do something that you enjoy doing. So this is the number one choice. If you have fun modeling stuff, just do a modeling. If you have fun fixing rigs and doing skeletons, doing muscle structures and all that kind of stuff, do the rigger. If you like the finaling part of the image, to add the details to the image, then do the comp. If you like to light the scenes, you do the lighting. There were videos where I explained every single aspect of the production, so you can refer to those if you want to know more about what every figure or what every specialty does. But as advice, pick something where you don't feel the time passing by, because you are so keen to do what you are doing that you would do it forever. You would do it without worrying about how many hours you spent on it. So in terms of videos coming, I have a lot of things that I want to talk about. There is no point for me to keep saying, giving you titles of videos or topics that I want to talk about. I just need to sit down here and record and do it, and do it quick. If you have questions on topics you want me to talk about, techniques or something that you want to clarify, or how things work, pipeline, feel free to comment below. I always read all the comments every time, 100%, because I can still do it now since there aren't too many, and I'm really happy when you comment and you ask for things, because this also gives me ideas on what to do next. So that said, thank you for following up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.